Okay, in this video, we're gonna replace the coolant transfer pipe with the expandable transfer pipe. In order to do that, we need to remove the intake manifold. We also will replace the valley pan under the intake manifold. And let's begin. So to remove the intake manifold, first of all, you need to remove the fuel rail, which we did in the previous video. After that, there is just 10 nuts, 11mm nuts, they're located right here, 5 on each side. So we remove them. That will allow the intake manifold to move, and the only other thing that holds it is 3 electrical connectors in the back. So you lift it up, I'll show you how to do it and disconnect them. Okay, so removed all 10 nuts from the intake manifold, and right now what's left to do is light it up. It's not that heavy, it's made of plastic. The only thing hard in here is to get it evenly out, just like that. So when you got it like that, there is 3 connectors in the back, if you can walk around here. So yeah, there's 3 connectors right here in the back. Simple push and take off. So disconnecting. Well, disconnect that. This one just a clip. Alrighty. And the intake manifold is out. So what are we gonna do next? There is like multiple bolts around the perimeter of the valley pan, and we're gonna take them out. They all 10mm. We'll disconnect this hose, which is real easy to do. So, well, regular BMW connector, fast connector. Take this out and pry it out, like with the hands or whatever. So when we do that, it's going to be a lot of coolant drained. We'll remove this nut right here. It holds this pipe in here, so we can remove it, and that gives us access to this bolt right here, if you can see, but it's all pretty simple. So we're going to do all that, and then I'll show you how to remove the valley pan and go from there. Okay, so we removed all the bolts, and I put this knock sensor wires out of the way right here and right here, so they're completely out of the way. I took this one out from these things, and right now I can remove the valley pan. I'm going to replace this piece, and what's left right here, as you can see, here's the pipe and nasty coolant. So we're going to cut this pipe and take it away. Right there. the tube. No. Okay, so we cut the pipe. This is one piece, and here comes another one. So the hardest thing about this replacement, that would be getting this gasket, that's the O-ring that's inside right here. Well, get it out is pretty simple. I'm using this tool. I'll just press it firm against the top wall. Got it in there. And get it out. Not the worst case, just started leaking, but still. And this one in the back is real simple, just a regular O-ring. Let it go. So we have a Europarts kit, and we're gonna install those gaskets right now. So we have this Europarts kit for expandable pipe, and here's how it comes. Comes with the O-rings, metal ones, and the washers. It has instructions and the pipe itself, of course. So here's how the pump looks. We install 3 O-rings right here, and then the lock right here. And also we put some washers in here to make this distance as low as possible, like this. That will be the best. Not like this, not like that. We need it just like this. Okay, so for now we put the pipe aside. All we need is this seal right now. This is the one that goes in front. And another thick one. This goes in the back. So these 3 seals go, like small ones, I mean thin ones, they go to the pipe. So we don't need them right now. I'll put them back right here. Also, we have kind of like silicone grease in here with the kit. I'm definitely gonna open it and use it because we need it. I'm gonna use it with the gloves first. Don't be shy. Apply as much as possible. This is a real tough gasket to install. We apply it on the outside and the inside. And we'll put a little on this one. This is trouble-free O-ring, easy to install, no biggie. So this one, yeah, I'm gonna make it all greasy, just like that. So this one will make greasy, and this one is real simple to install. Come with me. So I just put it right here in the groove and kind of like push it in. All the way inside. Alright, so this one sits tight, all down there, no big deal. And for the next one, I'm gonna take off my gloves because this is the time where you really need to feel it. I can't show you how exactly to put it in, but what I usually do is like either put it somehow like this and put it inside, and then just trying to, with the fingers, straighten it out over there. And the main goal is you need to just feel a little bit like everything smooth on this edge. This gasket, as the instruction says, you can read it in there, goes flat surface facing water pump. So in the engine, it goes like this over there. So the pipe has this little edge in here and it goes in here. Now we're gonna put it in. Okay, so it seems like I installed the seal, so I'll just get the pipe and test it first without any seals or anything in here. So I'm gonna put this in and slide it as far as I can. And right here, no, it's not in. I don't even see the groove, so I know for sure the front seal is not totally in. So that means something holding it. We'll continue trying. So I installed both seals in front and in the back. So right now I'm going to test it, if it works. I mean, if the seal sits perfectly fine. So I'm taking this pipe, no seals or anything in here, and I put it in this way, push it in, and here it is. I see the groove, all is good, so the seal sits just fine. I know that for sure now. Just to make sure, if you can't push it forward, just press a little bit like this, and it will go in, if the seal sits properly. So what are we gonna do right now? We're gonna install those rings onto the pipe. Lubricate it first. And here we go. Or lubricate layer, a little more. Okay, and I'll put more grease on every ring. And for the whole pipe. So what are we gonna do right now? Here's the locking ring for the pipe. I'm gonna put this locking ring in here. Easier to do without gloves, but with gloves it's fine too. No spaceship technology, just simple stuff. Just like this. And to move it back here, I'll just use this pipe. That's it. Don't push it too far to the groove, because that is going to be not easy to take out. So we got everything in place. I put 2 washers in here. I think that's going to be just fine. And we're going to install the pipe right now. Yep, 2 washers are just fine. The pipe sits good. And I'm going to use these pliers just to move this locking ring. That's it. Seems like all good. The pipe sits tight. We all done here. So the next thing we're going to do is install the new valley pan. And and that's it. Yeah, nice and easy. But I'm not going to install the valley pan completely high because I'm not going to install the valley pan completely with the connection to the water pump because we're going to replace the water pump in the next video, and that's about it. Here's the new valley pan, Bilstein, made in Germany. This kind of gasket, when you tighten the screws, it flattens and goes against the surface. That's what happens with the old oil pan, valley pan. It's all flat. We're going to reuse it. It's definitely going to leak. We don't want that. So we're going to use this new valley pan. And this is how you're going to install it. We're going to install this as well. This is the link between the valley pan and the water pump. So I'll put first into the valley pan and then to the pump. Nice and easy. It's good. That's pretty much it. Just push it forward. Make sure all the holes align, and the next thing we're going to do is install all the bolts. Just hand tight first and then tighten them. That's it. Okay, so everything's ready. The pipe installed, all the bolts installed. We install the pipe the last, of course, because it's held right here and we need access to this bolt. Everything's tight. So right now we're gonna connect the hose, which is real easy. And what's left? Install the intake manifold, which is right here. Okay, so we're going to install the intake manifold right now. And we'll start by just simply putting it right here. Take this off. Take all of it off. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to plug in electrical connectors. One, two, and 3. So the electrical connectors are on. All what's left to do is just put it back in place. That's it. So the next thing you know, we connect, we bolt it in, 10 nuts, 11mm nuts, and that's pretty much it. And install the throttle body and the purge valve, like all of that stuff. And then it goes the fuel rail. So we're gonna bolt in the intake manifold and install the fuel rail after that. Okay, so to easily install the bolts, I'm gonna use the magnet, and what I'm gonna do is to put it on every bolt, leave it there, just like that. Because it's really hard, especially on the other side, to install ones in the back, and I don't want to lose the bolt, so this is just technique what I'm going to do. Here you can do it by hand, but in the end, it's really hard to do by hand, so use the magnet. Okay, so the intake manifold installed. The next thing to do is install the fuel rail. And we'll do it by sides. And this side is done, and this one is way simpler. Align the injectors with the holes and just firmly press it in, and that's pretty much it. Well, next thing, we're going to install the 4 torque 30 bolts to hold it in place. As usual, just put the bolts in, hand tight them, align the fuel rail, and after that we'll just tighten them. Okay, so the fuel rail is installed, and we're ready to connect the fuel line back in place. So what you gotta do is just snap it in till you hear the click, like this, and put this thing back in place. That's it, fuel line installed.